From MetsMinors.net, headline, Mets top prospects by position, second base. Now, before we get into this video, I need you to hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about the Mets here and their minor league system, and really how deep they are, all these positions going into the minors. So you need to hit that subscribe button to find out what's going on in this video. Jeff McNeil enters his third consecutive season as the Mets' primary second baseman in 2024. While that spot is not in doubt at the major league level, let's take a look at the depth do the Mets have at the position in the minor league levels as the Flying Squirrel heads into his age 32 season. As mentioned earlier, McNeil has the second base spot under complete control as he enters year 2 of his 4-year extension, with 33-year-old Joey Wendle on the bench as a backup option. I would mention about Jeff McNeil, he came up very late in his career because he was not a big prospect and he had a lot of injuries in the minor leagues. So that's why he's a little bit older, even though it seems like he doesn't have a lot of major league experience. But he's a very interesting, he's a success story. He is a success story of a Mets minor league system that during those years when he came up, there was a lot of success stories to talk about. McNeil will be looking for a more balanced season after a roller coaster type year in which he posted a 2.40 WAR, lowest since 21, 1.3. The two-time All-Star finished with a strong second half of 2023 after a rather disappointing start to the year. Wendle has struggled in the last 2 years in Miami, playing 213 games and posting a 610 OPS. While Wendle has struggled with the bat these last 2 years, he has continued to show his positional versatility at short, second, and third. He'll be looking to regain some of the magic he captured in 21 when he replaced Mike Trout in the 21 midseason classic. And here's what the Mets have in the minor leagues, or actually in the majors as well. Number 1, Ronnie Mauricio. Throughout spring training last year, Mauricio was the talk of Port St. Lucie when he hit 4 home runs and drove in 8 runs and 33 at-bats. That momentum carried over into the season at AAA Syracuse. In 116 games at AAA, he hit .292 with 23 homers, 71 RBIs, and an OPS of .852. The bulk of Mauricio's success last year came in the first 2 months of the season when he carried over the momentum from winter ball and spring training. He had 7 home runs and 33 at-bats while hitting .348 in the process. Unfortunately, he failed to hit over .300 in the next 3 months and ended up having 20-plus strikeouts in each of those months. Despite Mauricio's continued struggles with making consistent contact, Mets gave him a shot at the big leagues over the September call-up. He hit .248 with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases. However, he did end up striking out 28.7% of the time. He was able to provide the Mets some positional versatility with his ability to play short, third, and second base, as he was learning the outfield at AAA. Mauricio was in sight to have a shot at making the opening day roster this year, but he unfortunately tore his ACL while taking a lead off of first base in winter ball. While Mauricio will miss the bulk of this season and lose some valuable development time, he's still only heading into his age 23 season. If he can cut down on the strikeouts, he can still be a valuable part of the Mets' future going forward. With the versatility of McNeil, second base is in a position where Mauricio will be blocked in terms of playing time should the franchise choose to take his development in that direction. Number 2, Jeremiah Jackson. The acquisition of Jackson at the trade deadline last year might have been overlooked, considering the other top prospects the Mets organization received. With that being said, Jackson was able to show off some power in a limited sample for the AA Binghamton Rubber Ponies once he arrived. Jackson appeared in 37 games for Binghamton, not counting postseason, and ended up slugging .457 with 7 homers and 24 RBIs to go with an .801 OPS. If you combined his numbers at AA and the Angels organization, the 22 homers he hit was one shy of his career high. Like Mauricio, Jackson has shown strong positional versatility as he can play second and third and has experience in all 3 outfield positions. Jackson spent 14 of his 37 games last year in the Mets organization at second base. While there is no set position for him, the defensive side of his game will need to continue to develop along with his plus power tools. While Jackson has good power, he will need to improve on making contact on a consistent basis. Last year, he had 144 strikeouts in 119 games, after having only 77 strikeouts in 87 games in 2022. That being said, 23 was the first year Jackson played an above-average rookie ball that he appeared in 100-plus games. If Jackson can repeat staying on the field in 24, his power numbers had the potential to draw more eyes to his development as a player. I would also mention, he was not picked up in the Rule 5 draft. The Mets did not protect him. So the other teams weren't all that interested in him, just so you know. Number 3, A.J. Ewing. He's a 4th-round pick in the 2023 MLB first-year player draft at Springboro High School in Ohio. Ewing was the second infielder the Mets took in the first 4 rounds of last year's MLB draft. Ewing was selected with the 134th pick, which is the selection the team received when Jacob deGrom signed with the Texas Rangers. During the draft process, Future Stars series talked about how his violent swing could lead to success for the left-hander as he moves up in the system. Quote, Ewing has a sweet, violent swing from the left side and has some muscle that helped him drive balls around the yard. He's a capable, up-the-middle defender with enough bounce and arm strength to play at shortstop. He's also an advanced bat speed guy that performed against higher levels of competition. This past year, Ewing only played in 7 games at the Florida Complex League, and in the sample size, he had an OPS on-base percentage of .524. Over 14 at-bats, he collected a double, 3 RBIs, a stolen base, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. While he did play some outfield, the majority of his playing time came at second base. Back in August, Ewing talked with Bruce Heminger of Prep Baseball Report and said that he knows he needs to work on improving his defense and work towards adding weight. But he knows that his back can help him as he adjusts to professional baseball. Quote, the main thing with me is I need to put on some weight, Ewing explained. I'm not the biggest guy here. My defense also has to get better, but my bat will always be my carry tool. Interesting. Number 4, Luke Ritter. 7th round pick in the 2019 MLB first player draft out of Wichita State. He's 27 years old. Even though the Mets have some strong position player prospects in the organization, one player who provided the most power in the system in 23 was Ritter. Over the course of 107 games at Double and Triple A, he had a slash line of .244, 27 homers, 64 RBIs, and an .898 OPS. This past season, the Mets minors talked to Ritter about how he feels he has developed as a player when he was drafted to where he is at now, and he brought up the power, but also mentioned the changes he has made that has helped lead to more power. Quote, I think the development of the swing, I learned how to hit the ball in the air to the pull side a little better than I had in the past, where I roll over and hit more line drives or ground balls. I felt like I could always hit the ball hard. It's more hitting more mistakes and getting good pitches to hit and not missing those pitches. I felt like I have done that more lately. Ritter played almost half his games at second base in 2023, but he also spent time in the infield at first and third, as well as spending 8 innings each at short and left field. For him, it doesn't matter which position he is at as long as he's in the lineup. Number 5, Rowdy Jordan. 11th round pick in the 2021 MLB draft from Mississippi State. As Jordan heads into his first full year, professional baseball, the Switcher has some momentum, good momentum coming off a solid outing in the Arizona Fall League. He spent the entire 2023 season with Double-A Binghamton and had a slash line of .230, .344, .389 with 13 homers, 63 RBIs, and 30 stolen bases. He was the best speed threat on the Rumble Ponies as he had 15 more stolen bases than any other player on the roster, and he showed a good ability to hit the ball in the gap and pick up extra bases. Compared to 2022, Jordan did a much better job of getting the ball in the air on contact in 2023. According to Fangraphs, his ground ball percentage went down from 45.9% in 22 to 39.7% in 23. Meanwhile, his fly ball percentage went up from 39.2% to 43.2% in 23. He's also able to cut down his strikeout rate. As for his defense, Jordan played more games at second than any other player at Binghamton. He ended up making 3 errors, but he did turn 24 double plays as well. In addition to second base, he did spend some time at third and in all 3 outfield positions. this year Jordan should get the chance to challenge himself at AAA, and he continues to make those adjustments. More eyeballs might turn his way in 2024. So these are the players that we can look forward to that are second baseman in the Mets system. And obviously, I will give you more stuff on this stuff, on these players, on these prospects, on the minor league players, and of course, everything going on in the Mets organization. So thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.